Hi everyone, Olivia Reiner here for Packers News, joined by Pete Dougherty. And Pete, it is good to see you, not just virtually. You do look a little tanner.
You know, a little couple days older too. I feel like I've been gone for a week and a half. It was only 3 days, but it's good to be home.
Well, it's good to have you back. So I want to talk a little bit about some of the practice changes that Matt LaFleur is planning on making. So he's going to be moving practices back to Friday instead of on Saturday. What does this sort of say about him and what he plans to do as a head coach?
You know, I guess it says, that this is what he knows. He's never worked for a coach. There's only a handful of teams in the league that do the Friday no practice, Saturday short and fast practice. So I think it mostly means he's never worked for somebody who's done that. But even the teams that do the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday are changing their schedule habits, their practice habits based on GPS data. For instance, LaFleur said that when he was with the Rams, McVay, as the season went on, cut back a lot on Wednesdays, and by the second half of the season, they were basically mostly just walkthrough practices, and it was all mental, and they could do a lot of plays. So they were almost not practicing on Wednesdays, and it sounds like he's going to do the same here. So he's got to learn how the GPS data works, and who knows what tweaks will come down the line, but that's the way they're doing it this year.
All right, there's a lot more information over on PackersNews.com from the owners' meetings. If you have not seen that yet, go check it out. Pete did a lot of great work while he was out there. But the big news for the day, Jordy Nelson is retiring after 11 seasons in the NFL. What kind of legacy does he leave behind here in Green Bay?
So he'll go down as probably one of the top 5 to 7 receivers they've had. Don Hudson, who's maybe the best ever, aside from maybe Jerry Rice. Hudson is number 1, and number 2 would definitely be James Lofton. He and Hudson are in the Hall of Fame. After that, you probably have to go with a guy named Billy Houghton, who a lot of younger Packers fans have probably never heard of. He played in the 50s and early 60s, and when he retired in 63, he was the NFL's leading receiver in yards and catches. Raymond Berry shortly thereafter broke his records. So he's probably 3. Sterling Sharp, who had the short but huge career, it would be 4. And then 5, it's Nelson, or it could be Boyd Dollar from the 60s. He was an outstanding receiver with the Lombardi time, or Greg Jennings. It's one of those 3. I think you could have a pretty robust argument about which one, but so he would fall anywhere from that 5 to 7 spot.
All right, well, if you want to take a walk down memory lane, there's a lot of content looking back on Jordy Nelson's career here in Green Bay over on PackersNews.com. Make sure you're following us on social media as well. We'll have more updates for you there as we approach the draft. It's going to get really busy over the next month, so make sure you're tuned in to PackersNews.com. So thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you next time.